Hello, you mysteriously malicious Mewtwo's. Welcome back to HJC Games. You got Hayden here with another actual play video. We're going to do another PTCG tournament. We're doing a standard tournament, and we are the first ones in here. Okay, so we're going to play Mew3. This is probably my favorite of all the decks. And let's do a quick deck tech. So, this is our main attacker. This is what we're working for, is Mewtwo and Mew. I call him Mew3. And we really care about this perfection, which lets us use the attacks of any Pokemon GX or EX on our bench or in our discard pile. And, I mean, his GX is really good, too. It heals everyone. So, using that perfection, we just want to get a bunch of powerful Pokemon GX and EX in the yard and go ahead and just use their abilities. Going through them really quick, we have Trevenant and Dusknoir. We use Night Watch. It's a 3 energy, 150. Get 2 cards out of their hand. Really good for control. Pale Moon, if you have 3 energy, will strip all of the energy off your opponent's Pokemon and will knock them out at the end of the turn. This one can be really good, again, in a control while trying to pick up a KO as well. But a switch kind of prevents it, so it doesn't see that much use. We have Solgaleo and Lunala simply for Cosmic Burn. Just a 4 energy, 230 damage is what we need. I've never used that GX, and I never expect to. We have Lopunny and Jigglypuff. We have this for Jumping Balloon, the triple generic 60 plus. This really wrecks face if you're in the mirror matchup, or you're playing like Pikarom or whatever. You can easily hit for 240, 300. And Puffy Smashers exists as well, but again, I've never used it. Then we have Naganadel-GX. We have Naganadel for Venom Shot, which we can barely do. Venom Shot lets us discard 2 energy from our Pokemon and then do 170 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So this is our bench sniper, and we tend to use this to finish off the game. 2 more left. We have Gengar Mimikyu. It's a great one. Poltergeist, 2 Psychic. Opponent reveals their hand. Do 50 damage for each trainer card you find there. Very swingy, very RNG, but can be very powerful. Especially if you set it up right, or right on the turn right after an opponent's gotten a knockout on your Mew3, you can really do a ton of damage. And then Horror House is really good. So your opponent can't play any cards from their hand during their next turn, and if you have 2 energy or more on it, both players draw 7 cards. So this is really useful in like ADP and a few other matchups to kind of slow them down and prevent and kind of knock them off balance, and you get the next step. Prevent them from attaching energy or any of that stuff. Then when they have a full hand, you Poltergeist and just do a ton of damage. Finally, this is my own tech. I haven't seen this in any lists, but I really like it. Jirachi-GX. He's here for 2 reasons. First off is Star Search. Star Search is sweet for a single Psychic energy. We can search our deck for an energy card and attach it to a Psychic Pokemon. We use this very frequently to ramp Mew3 on the draw. So if we're going second, we really want to see Mew3 and we really want to see Jirachi. And Jirachi, maybe on the bench, maybe in the yard, doesn't matter. The end result is we're going to have a Mew3 with 2 energy on it. Psychic Zone is also huge in some matchups, which is don't apply Psychic weakness when Pokemon take damage from attacks. It's really big in the Mad Party matchup. Mad Party's like all Psychic Pokemon just about, except for Bunnelby. And so your Mew3 gets wrecked. Like, they need half the damage, they need half the setup, and they tear through it, and Psychic Zone kind of prevents that. So, Jirachi, and we've used the GX, which does 100 damage and prevent all effects next turn, including damage. So I've used that a couple times, and Jirachi just plays a support defensive sort of role. Then on the other end, we have your normal kind of supporters. We have a single Crobat V for the fill up your hand to 6, 2 Dedenne-GXs for the discard and draw 6, and an Eldegoss V to recur our supporters. We also have Rotom. Rotom is really useful for really both of his abilities, though you don't use Cycle Draw as much, but it can be good if you're really stuck. Energy Assist is huge. Attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. This is another way we can actually get Mew3 up to 2 energy on turn 2. It's really hard. You know, we obviously need to get Rotom. We need to attach an energy to Rotom, and we need to get 2 psychic energies in the yard. It happens, but it's a little bit harder than Jirachi. But depending on the hand, it can be huge. But Rotom is massive for building back up. Once a Mew3 goes down, it can be really hard to build the next one up, and we don't have a lot of like chump blockers. So Rotom kind of fills your job in. And then we have Phione. Phione's here for Whirlpool Suction. Your opponent just chooses one of their bench Pokemon and swaps with their active. This is really good for, again, just disrupting your opponent, knocking them off balance, and you know, sometimes it literally is as good as a boss's. Okay, yep, 4 Cherish Balls because we run a bunch of GXs, 4 Crushing Hammers for the control, 4 Quick Balls because everyone runs 4 Quick Balls. We've got 2 Reset Stamps in there. Again, this is a controlling deck that can kind of come from behind. The Reset Stamps are solid there, especially ADPZ can kind of take off and then you can use things like Pale Moon to strip their energy and Reset Stamp to keep them with an empty hand. We've got switches, 4 switches. Cosmic Burn is basically like, you know, you do 230 and then you can't attack on your next turn, so the switch gets around that. Got a Tag Call. Tag Call's pretty solid. We have so many tag team Pokemon here. I mean, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types, 8 total, 7 or 8 total. So Tag Call works well there because we're also running a Cynthia and Caitlyn. And Cynthia and Caitlin's in here, A, so we can get it off tag team. And B, so that we can recur a boss or whatever. It ends up working out pretty well. Chaotic Swell, this is for welder matchups. Previously, I've thought about going up to 2, but lately, I don't think it's needed. Welder's kind of died down a little bit. We only run 2 bosses, but since we have the Eldegoss and we have the Caitlyn and Cynthia, we can kind of recur those a little bit. Obviously, our world is really bad if they're both in our prize cards. Fingers crossed. We talked about her. And then we've got our standard 4 Marnie, 4 Professors. Nothing unique there. 2 Air Balloons. Again, this plays into the Cosmic Burn strategy, where Mewtwo and Mew3's retreat cost is 2 less, and that's the only Pokemon tool we have in the deck. So this is pretty solid because there's a bunch of tool scrappers out there for ADPZ, and this can be useful in a few scenarios. But overall, this is like borderline. You know, like these few are some of like the last cards, some of the ones you'd want to cut if you needed some tech in there. The energy here, 2 Horror Energy and 9 regular. That is mostly. Honestly, I think I would probably go 4 Horror Energy. There's a couple small matchups where there's some special energy hate, and that's why I wasn't running all of them, and also because I don't own 4 Horror Energies. Because the Horror Energy is really... no, go ahead and save this. The Horror Energy is really, really relevant for matchups like ADPZ. For example, his ADP, or his Zacian with that Big Charm, or the Golden Egg thing, it had 250 health when we do 230. So he hits us, takes 20, we do 230, he dies. Playing against Zachary. Assume that's how you pronounce their name. I do not want to go first. We like going second in this deck by quite a good bit. This is actually not terrible. We really need a switch. Okay. So what makes this not terrible is we have the Cherish Ball and the Quick Ball, and we can use those to go get our Mew3. If we can then find a switch... Oh, Decidueye. Decidueye is not a good matchup for us at all. We may have to use Eldegoss to even win this game. So... Oh my god, yeah, this could be huge. Oh, that was rough. We may Marnie, because I don't want to lose that many researches. But anyways, yeah, since we have the Cherish Ball and the Quick Ball, we can find a Mew3. If we can get a switch, we should be able to attach a Psychic Energy to Mew3 and go ahead and get 2 Psychic Energy online really early. Weird. Okay. 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 Crushing Hammer. Excellent. We're gonna Marnie here, I think. Go ahead and grab the big boy. Go ahead and switch here. Slight misplay there because we, realistically, we should have used Mewtwo and Mew with the Quick Ball instead and used this to bench, like, really anything. We need to move fast, so I'm going with Gengar Mimikyu. And at this point, am I researching or Marnieing? I want to Marnie because I want these cards. I just want them still in my deck, and we just need to pick up a Psychic Energy. Awesome. So this is like, this will show us the misplay here, because we attach here, we're gonna Cherish Ball to grab a Trevenant. That's the next one we want. And we don't want Trevenant on our bench because it just doesn't do anything on our bench. So we're gonna pitch Trevenant, pick up a Dedenne, I think. Actually, we're going to pick up a Crobat. And we're going to draw out our hand, and that will let us hold Marnie until next turn as well. Excellent. With the Phione, this really depends on what his setup is next turn. This lets us pull any Psychic Energy, by the way. What his setup is next turn. But if this isn't evolved and is still the only Pokemon on the bench, I think we use our own Phione, and we kill that. I might even bosses that, because that's really important to get rid of those. That's gonna be his win cons. So Jirachi, that makes sense. See, that's not what we want. Yeah. So we have to swap the Rowlet and kill that like right away. So boss's orders on the Rowlet, and then I think we're just killing the Rowlet and putting the Phione on board in case he has a Marnie. Okay, that was good. Getting rid of the research is good. Getting rid of the boss is fine. That's fine. Phione's kind of rough right now, but when Decidueye gets out, Phione gets a lot better. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We really don't like this matchup. Because we don't actually have non-Pokemon or Pokemon V that do damage. So this is about one of the toughest matchups we can kind of face. That's good for us. Put this on Gengar and Mimikyu. I want a Marnie to reduce his hand side. So shuffle the professors back in. We don't really need Cosmic Burn ever in this matchup. I think we just throw the hammer out here. Nice. And then hit him with Night Watch. Birdkeeper in the Zigzagoon. So, I mean, the problem here is he gets Decidueye out and he never plays another Pokemon on the bench and we lose the game. Or my opponent concedes. So what we could have done there is we did, like, if this would have gone on long enough and opponent just kept everything on the bench, we do have Pale Moon for that, and Pale Moon is just a knockout. So that means that should work, because I think that prevents all damage only. I would not like to go first. Thank you for asking, though. I forget what set that's from. Mewtwo, Pokemon TCG. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. We don't mind this, especially since we have the Swell. Assuming our opponent is a Welder deck, that's where we want to be. If our opponent's a Welder deck and they're starting with a Dedenne, that's exactly what we want. So this works out pretty well. The other option, other than the Unbroken Bonds Mewtwo, is something like Mawile to pull him out from the bench. And so what I think we're definitely doing here is... No, I think we pitched the switch. We're grabbing Jirachi, and we're going to have... see, this is rough. Sometimes Jirachi isn't in here. We're taking Dedenne. This means we are going to play this out. Or play the Dedenne. And we're going to hope and pray. This isn't what we want. So that's one where Rotom was a possibility. Rotom could have been good there. But didn't work. It's whatever. Yeah, so the text here for Decidueye would either be just like Unbroken Bonds Mewtwo, I think, which just has Psyshock, Psychic Double Generic, 70, isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So assuming you can get that going with like a Rotom the turn before or so, and hopefully Decidueye. I forget how much Decidueye's actual attack hits for. Weird, but okay. Yeah, that would work. It survives a splitting arrow like just barely, which is huge. So that's one option. The other option is there's a Greninja. The other one is Greninja and Zoroark-GX. That gives you a an attack that ignores everything. I don't know. There's a Greninja one that ignores all effects on your opponent's Pokemon, which they're also good tech here. Okay, so Centiskorch. Centiskorch is an okay matchup. We've already gotten through one of their Giant Hearths. We can't get through the other, though, but hopefully this slows them down a good bit. They had to attach a Fire Energy to... That was good. That was good for us. That was good for us. Okay. So, if this hits, we can strand their Dedenne here for longer. Okay, looking around, a couple things I want. First off, we're going to grab Cynthia and Caitlyn. Next, we're going to go ahead and get Gengar Mimikyu. We need to make sure we have both of those. I don't want to use a draw Pokemon because I don't think we need one. We can now Cherish Ball for Trevenant and Dusknoir. And a Quick Ball, get rid of Trevenant and Dusknoir, and we'll go for... See, I don't want anything else right now. Because there's nothing good to recur in my graveyard with the Goss. I think this just becomes Solgaleo and Lunala. Then I'm almost considering failing to find, but we have 2 Quick Balls in there, and if he Marnies, that's my only concern. Do this, and get rid of Gengar Mimikyu. There's no supporter cards for us, that's okay, we just needed this to draw. That was not what we wanted to draw. We can Poltergeist this. The other option is we could Horror House. I don't like Horror House. I like Poltergeist better here. Okay. What do you have in hand, opponent? 3. So that was actually pretty good. He survived. We got to see what he has in hand. He's got a Goss. He's got some Reset Stamps, which we'd love for him to Reset Stamp, to be honest with you. Wasn't really what we wanted to see. Burning Train hits for 180. Seawalder's not... Okay. VMAX? No, he can't get a VMAX with that. The Cramorant? Okay. Excellent. So there's a few things we want to do here. This is interesting. Should we be Dead-Aing? We could Phione. Phione is good for us just about no matter what. It sets us up with a bunch of good, it like distributes damage across the board. So I really like Phione, and I really like a Dedenne here. I really do. Because it gets everything else in the yard. We want to keep Phione. Phione's good. Phione also shuffles back into your deck, so Phione is a way to prevent us from decking ourselves. Excellent. We liked that. We liked that. I don't even know if we have any more GXs in here, so we may just want to get this out of our deck. We have Naganadel. I think we... Do we want the Goss? I think we kind of do want the Goss. And I don't think... I'm going to pick something else, opponent. Opponent wanted that Dedenne to die. Okay. It's unlikely we kill this Crobat, and I don't even think we particularly want to. So I think we just Night Watch here. Pick through the opponent's hand. Fire Crystal and a Reset Stamp. Okay. And that's just kind of what we're doing right now. Yeah, trying to think of, we'll probably... We want to start attaching to the other Mew 3 as soon as we can. Because we don't have Welders is really the main thing with this deck. By not having Welders, I mean, it's a big deal. It's a huge deal to not have a Welder type card, you know, something that really ramps you, like a Metal Saucer or anything like that, and we have nothing. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, see, now this looks really good. I think we may just have to give up the Goss. Well, I mean, the other option is this Cynthia and Caitlyn, which doesn't really do anything. We're going to give up the Goss, put all of our remaining GXs in the yard, which is exactly where we want them to be. We're going to start attaching to this, because we have the boss now. He would struggle to get a Centiskorch kill next turn, especially with no cards in hand. Quick Ball, Reset Stamp. Okay. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. Oh, hello! Both of my reset Pokemon. So, I mean, it's very likely he's probably going to... Okay. He's just going to switch? Is he going to heat Hot Burn? I mean, 150 doesn't do it. Neither does 130. Okay, so we have a few plays here. I don't actually think we heal. I think we Cosmic Burn. His hand is empty, it's very unlikely he will be able to actually do anything next turn. And then I think we play the Rotom out, just in case. And Cosmic Burn. Finishes that off, leaves us with 140 HP, which is very good. And I think we've got this at this point, because we can snipe the Dedenne. Worst case scenario. Which is the scenario. And game. That's how you navigate that. And the game makes us do this. I'm not BMing my opponent. But going to the finals, folks. Let's see what we've got today. Look at all these challenges that are now done. Ooh, look at that Dex box. Look at that hair. Oh man, C-Beat. Oof, I'm nervous. Okay, cool. We still get to go second. ADPZ would be my guess, because it's the most popular deck in the format. Wow, look at this. It's a great hand. Yep, ADPZ. So what we're going to do on our turn, I think it's unlikely we're going to Marnie. He seems confused. You put all of them on the bench. That's okay. Like, we did not want Jirachi on the bench because we wanted to pitch Jirachi to the quick ball because he's just more useful in the yard. We can pitch Marnie to the quick ball. That's totally fine. That gets him outside of range of Cosmic Burn. This deck could absolutely beat ADPZ. It's a tricky matchup, though, I will say. Intrepid Sword. There he goes. Okay. I mean, this gives us some consideration to Marnie. Actually, I think we will just Marnie at this point. We're going to Star Search, so we don't, like, bosses or anything. That's good, that's good, that's good. That sets us up for almost everything we might want to do next turn, so we don't touch this hand. We do Star Search. I'll grab the other one of these. Attach it here. This means next turn... I haven't done a search through my deck, so I don't actually know what our prize cards are. But next turn, assuming we're looking good with prize cards, is a Trevenant and Dusknoir hand to pick apart. We may even Marnie as well. Thinking because we just, I mean, I'm expecting him to like Intrepid Sword here, as always. He's probably finding an ADPZ. No, interesting. Is this Luke Metal? He's either already given up on ADP, which seems a little quick, or on Altered Creation. Seems a little early for me. There he is. Weird. I guess he just wanted to sequence that such that he got value out of the Metal Saucers, and he was willing to roll the dice and see if he didn't get the ADP. That's fair. Yeah, we're almost assuredly going to Marnie next turn. Reset his hand advantage, because he's going to Intrepid Sword as well. He can't do anything else. Intrepid Sword is the thing. It's his ability. Draws 3. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Attach any number of Steel Energy cards you find there to this Pokemon. Put the other cards into your hand. If you use his ability, your turn ends. He got the Water Energy. He actually may... Does he have the E-Switch? If he has the E-Switch, this is not good. I feel like he would play it if he had the E-Switch. No, he's going to Crobat V. He's looking for the E-Switch. That's fine. He probably finds it, because, he runs 4 of. Yep. And he gets Altered Creation off. So there's a couple interesting things here. Pale Moon is an option. Another option is just Phione and Strand. Okay, let's do a few things. We need actual Pokemon in the thing. In our yard. We don't have Gengar Mimikyu. That's not good. That's really not good. We need them in this matchup. Okay, give me Trevenant Dusk. I think my play here... Get this in the yard. Maybe just fail to find. Because I think I'm just going to Marnie here. Oh, and then we don't need to fail to find. We can... I don't want to grow that. That's fine. We just mostly wanted to pitch that. Marnie here. Marnie. I mean, I guess we don't really care about stocking up the bench because at this point, like, it's so full of other Pokemon. I'm gonna grab a bat. Okay, that's not great. I think what we may have to do is go for the Pale Moon. Wait, hold on. How much damage does that do? 60? 120? 180? 240. That almost gets us there. Ooh, wait. This is a niche line of play. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of damage on ADP. We're going to prevent all damage dealt to ourselves this turn. Hopefully. Which will at least keep our Mew 3 up. Then that lets us Puffy Smashers and get a kill because we only need 180. If he swaps to anything else, Puffy Smashers just about kills it. This is the only thing it doesn't kill. He's going to go for the Ultimate Ray. He'll Great Catcher and get the Jirachi. Okay. And then he'll Marnie. Okay. This isn't terrible for us. Is it great? I don't love it. I don't love it at all. What's his energies there? Okay. Number 1. Nice. Number 2. Nice. Yeah, I think we get rid of this. Okay. Marnie. Marnie gets us an Air Balloon, Tag Call, Cynthia and Caitlin. So Tag Call can get us the other Mewtwo and Mew. We'll grab Solgaleo. And we like this because we want to start setting energy up on them. Because we can Puffy Smashers already. So... or Jumping Balloon, not Puffy Smashers. So we Jumping Balloon. This gets us... ooh, a boss? I mean, I guess we shouldn't be setting up on that Mewtwo and Mew because... I mean, he just kills the Crobat and we lose the game. And that's the thing, is maybe we shouldn't have played the bat. We should not have played the bat. That was a misplay because... yeah. So the reason we don't want to play the bat is if he can get full energy here and switch to the bat, he gets 3 prize cards. And the rationale why we played the bat is because we had the Phione and the Rotom on board already. But those only give you 2 prize cards. So that would have set us up to have, you know, a prize card worth of breathing room. But let's say he just Intrepid Swords for the turn. If he does, we boss, we kill the one with the most energy. We use Solgaleo and Lunala. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and gals and non-binary pals, I don't actually know what fucking Pokemon those are supposed to be and where they're fucking from. I really don't. I know one of them is like a Sundog, and I'm gonna call you Moonbat. Sundog and Moonbat. So we're gonna use Sundog and Moonbat. Weird choice. Weird choice. But yeah, we can Solgaleo and Lunala to just about one-shot, but we can't one-shot this one, which is rough. Which means... I don't even know what we would do. Because we still don't have Poltergeist. Yeah, we still don't have Poltergeist. Oh, Eldegoss gets us a Marnie back. Which, that's relevant. Because the reason that's relevant is we've already committed with the bat. We may as well commit with the Goss. Okay, there's a few things we're not going to want to find. You are like the #1 thing we don't want to find. Ooh, this does have a problem though. Because we can't kill this one. Do we Marnie and just try and slow him down? Put that out there. The other option is we kill that, but I think we just lose if we kill that. I think we have to Marnie. So what we're doing here is we're Marnieing. And then we're wanging him for 150 with Night Watch. Because that just does 180, which doesn't kill him. This also doesn't kill him, which is okay. I mean, 2 energy switches? Okay. Okay. He's looking for a switch. And what we really need is Solgaleo and Lunala. Maybe we shouldn't have played the Goss. I don't know. We're ahead on clock, though. That's good. I don't think it'll come down to clock. I really don't. I'm assuming opponent didn't find a switch. which is good for us again. It's so good we may even want to just like, can we Venom Shot? Can't Venom Shot. Okay. Our options are kind of limited. But I think opponents are too, and I think that's why they're thinking through this so much. Bizarre. Bizarre. In no world did I expect that attach. I'm going to assume that attach is there because he's afraid of the Marnie. Which he should be. You should be afraid of the Marnie. The question here is, do I Phione? I don't think there's advantaging in Phioning. Oh my god. We've hit like all of our Crushing Hammers. And then we Night Watch, I think. There's the Goss. There's the Hoppa. There's the other boss. There's the other hammer. This is what it comes down to. Got the Metal Saucer. Does he have the boss and the switch in hand? Nope, he doesn't have the boss. That's huge for us. That's huge for us. And Puffy Smash or Jumping Balloon still kills Dedenne. Can we get a boss? We cannot get a boss. We can get a Reset Stamp, though. And we can Phione to empty up our board. Which can get us a Naganadel. Quick Ball. Okay. We went on board because of Jumping Balloon. Because 60, 120, 180. Has resistance to steel and weakness to fighting. He got the Goss. But the Goss, he already Marnied. So the Goss doesn't give him the boss he needs to win. I think we have this. Yeah. I love where we're looking because we have Phione now. Phione forces anything else and we kill everything else in one hit. Hey, opponent, pick something else. We had it anyway because we could have shot a Venom Shot on the bench. Tough choice for opponent. Tough choice. Tough choice for opponent. Opponent, I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you. We're not gonna, I mean, we could Reset Stamp for the BM, but we're not gonna BM. We just need this in the yard. Well played. You have a good tech, opponent. Boom! There you go, folks. There's a 3-0 tourney. Easy 3-0. No problem. Check out our rewards really quick. 400 coins, a Sword and Shield pack, 2 Rebel Clash packs, and 3 Vivid Voltage packs. Excellent. Cool. That's it, friends. Nothing else with this video. So here's the deck list. Here's the win rate on the deck list is 61 and 97, which is really, really sweet. That's like almost a 60% win rate. I will take that any day of the week. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something about Mewtwo. This is not Mewtwo. Hope you learned something about Mew 3. This is my favorite deck currently in the format. Super fun to play. Tons of play patterns, tons of lines, an off-meta pick. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Have a good night, and be good to one another.